Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Captain Taylor here at saltyscales.com. So today we're continuing on with our knot series, and I'm going to show you how to conjoin a monofilament or fluorocarbon leader to a braided main line. And this knot is probably one of the strongest knots, in my opinion, in its class, and it's also the lowest profile. It's called the FG knot. So come along, I'm going to show you how to do it. Alright, so many ask, well, why don't you just use a swivel? Because, God, look how god-awful that and unnatural that looks, guys. I mean, you don't want to use a swivel in all circumstances. The more natural that you can make your presentation, the better off you're going to be. So that's why a lot of times you want to try to eliminate the extra hardware. So let's get to the FG knot. Alright, so first things first, when tying the FG knot, you want to make sure that you're applying constant pressure on your main line. And the way I do that is if I'm on a boat, I usually place my rod in a rod holder, and that'll allow you to get the leverage that you need to keep that constant tension. So what I recommend doing is placing the main line, the braid, in your mouth to apply constant pressure. And that's because you're going to need both hands to keep perfect tension when tying that fluorocarbon or mono to the main line. And you would literally just put it in your mouth just like so. So the first thing you do is go ahead and make one wrap around the braid, okay? And now what you want to do is alternate 10 wraps on each side. So wrap it under, pull it tight, under this side, pull it tight, under this side, pull it tight. And you just want to keep on doing that until you reach your 10 wraps on each side. And with smaller diameter leader, you may want to go a few more wraps, guys, than the 10. There's nothing wrong with a few more wraps. That's just more that it's going to grab onto and cinch down on that leader. And you can see how it's nice and tight. You may want to do a couple hitch knots or overhand knots, I guess you'd say. And you want to take your braid and wrap it around your braid and your mono, both of them. And what this is going to do is prevent these loops from unraveling. And I like to do two. Alright, now what you could do is go ahead and trim your mono and braid tags, and you can get them close, guys. And essentially that's what you should have. Now you could pull this tight and test the strength of the knot if you like, and also help cinch it down on that mono. But what's nice about this knot is the same profile or diameter as the mono or fluorocarbon leader that you tied it to. So it's going to swiftly pass through the guides without hanging up and allow for efficient cast. Alright guys, so here's the knot that we just finished. And what I want to do is show you the breaking strength and get an up close shot so that way you can see how clean and low profile of a knot it actually is. Alright, so this is only 15-pound braid and 25-pound Seaguar fluorocarbon, but let me pull this thing until it breaks, and hopefully you can get a good visualization as to how strong the knot is and how nicely it squeezes down on that fluorocarbon leader. So you can see that the braid actually broke, not the knot or the fluorocarbon. It's a super strong knot, guys. If you want to feel secure with your connection, this is the knot that I recommend. And you'll see how fluently here that this knot just goes right through and glides through the guide tips without getting snagged. Alright, I hope you enjoyed today's knot tip. If you did, please give a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe if you haven't already. You got a suggestion for a knot? Place it down below. Maybe I'll add it to the whole series that we're doing. Guys, if you haven't used the FG knot, or if you're not using it, you really need to add it to your arsenal of knots. It's probably the strongest knot to conjoin the two different diameter lines, especially braid to fluoro, and it's super strong, guys. Until next time, we'll see you on the water.